Nephi wrote in his plates those things which are pleasing unto God and to those who are not of the world, to persuade us to come unto him. The Lord told Lehi to send his sons back to Jerusalem to get wives, which they were very happy to do. Nephi and his brothers went to Ishmael's house and told him the words of the Lord. The Lord softened the heart of Ishmael and his family, and they agreed to go into the wilderness. The Lord knew this family had 5 daughters who kept the Lord's covenants, just the number needed to provide wives for Nephi, Laman, Lemuel, Sam, and Zoram. During their journey, Laman, Lemuel, and 2 of Ishmael's daughters and sons wanted to go back to Jerusalem. Nephi reminded them of all the Lord had done for them and told them to be faithful. But they were angry, tied him up, then left him in the wilderness full of wild beasts. Nephi prayed for strength and burst the ropes. A son and daughter of Ishmael and their mother pled for his life, and this softened the hearts of those who were angry with him. They bowed before Nephi and pled for forgiveness. He forgave them and told them to ask God for forgiveness, and they went on with their journey. They arrived at Lehi's camp and offered sacrifices and burnt offerings to thank the Lord for his blessings. Lehi called his family together and told them that when studying and pondering the brass plates, he had prayed for more understanding. The Lord blessed him with a dream, and he rejoiced that Nephi and Sam and their families would be saved. But Lehi was afraid for his oldest sons, Laman and Lemuel. In his dream, Lehi walked through a dark and dreary wilderness. A man in a white robe said to follow him, and Lehi walked for many hours, then prayed that the Lord would show him mercy. He saw a large open field and a tree with fruit that was desirable to make one happy. Lehi went to the tree and ate the fruit. It was the sweetest and whitest fruit he had ever tasted, and he was filled with great joy. He wanted to share this with his family and looked for them. He saw a river near the tree and looked to see where it came from. He saw his wife Sariah and younger son Sam and Nephi, who did not know where to go. Lehi called loudly to them to come and eat this most desirable fruit, and they did. He also wanted Laman and Lemuel to eat the fruit, but they would not come to the tree. Lehi saw an iron rod along the riverbank that led to the tree. A straight and narrow path by the rod also came to the tree and led by the fountain of water to a large open field. Lehi saw many people walking toward the path leading to the tree where he stood. As they walked, a great mist of darkness arose, and they could not see where they were going, and became lost. Lehi saw others pressing forward towards the tree through the dark mist. They caught hold of the iron rod, and by clinging to it, they made it to the tree and ate the fruit. Lehi saw a large building on the other side of the river that stood high in the air above the earth. It was filled with men and women of all ages, who were all very well dressed. They mocked and pointed their fingers at the people who ate the fruit of the tree. Some became ashamed and were lost in forbidden paths. Others in the crowd pressed forward through the dark mist towards the tree and caught hold of the end of the iron rod. They held on tightly until they made it to the tree, then fell down and ate the fruit. Lehi saw others who ignored the tree and its fruit and felt their way towards the building. But they never made it, and were drowned in the fountain or became lost wandering in strange roads. Many people entered into the strange building and mocked Lehi and those who ate the fruit, but they paid no attention to those who mocked them. When Laman and Lemuel would not come to the tree, Lehi was very afraid that they would be cast off from the Lord. This loving father encouraged his oldest sons to listen to his words and follow his counsel. He hoped the Lord would be merciful to them. Lehi preached and prophesied many things, then asked them to keep the Lord's commandments. Nephi told us about the 2 sets of plates he wrote on. He started his large plates that told of the people's history soon after arriving in the Promised Land. Then, years later, he began writing on small plates that told how the Lord blessed his people and told their religious history. In 130 BC, at the time of a king named Benjamin, people stopped writing in Nephi's small plates and wrote both their history and blessings from the Lord in the large plates. we learn many things from Nephi's small plates. He wrote of his father Lehi's prophecy that Jerusalem would be destroyed, and about Jesus Christ's birth, life, death, and resurrection. He also wrote about other prophets and a group of people called Gentiles who would gather his people and bring them back to Jesus Christ. Nephi wanted to see, hear, and know for himself the things his father had seen in his vision. He prayed and was blessed with his own vision, where he learned we can each come to the tree and eat the desirable fruit of the gospel that will allow us to live again with Heavenly Father. He also taught us that we can also receive our own visions and revelations from the Lord. And this is 1 Nephi chapters 6 through 10 in the Book of Mormon. Look for hidden images located in the video. You can support Ponderfun by visiting our Etsy site, ponderfun.com website, and our Facebook page to find more fun things to do. Please like and share these videos with anyone you think might enjoy them. Also, please subscribe to this Ponderfun YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and find some time this week to ponder.